August 15th, 2005 was the beginning of one of the biggest life-changing experiences of my life. Okay, so how did this week-long backpacking trip completely change my life? We were hiking for 5 days. We had no smartphones, we had no TV. It was pretty much just us in the wilderness. And then also a huge part of it was just being out in nature. It was kind of like, it was about to rain, and as we finally hiked into our base camp where we wanted to camp, it just started pouring down rain, and we were freezing cold. And I remember just being exhausted and not even wanting to put a tent, so we had to kind of scramble as fast as we could. And this was like really cold, freezing cold rain, because we were probably 10,000 feet in the Sierras. It ended up getting a lot nicer, but the full extent of this trip was just like that. It was just challenging, it was hard work, but it was every day was just full of adventure, discovering new places and exploring new peaks and mountains. And it was just eye-opening to where I had been in my life, because at the time I was probably a little bit depressed. I probably didn't even know it, but I was living with some people that were alcoholics, and things were kind of rocky with the girl I was dating with. I was just kind of down in the dumps, and this really kind of helped get me out of that. And I remember just after this trip, after having this awesome experience with friends and storytelling and just being in nature and being around a campfire, I remember driving home and just reflecting about this trip and thinking about everything that had happened, and just feeling like I need to change my life. And I remember I went home, and I shortly after things went over with my girlfriend badly, we ended up breaking up. I kind of went through this spiritual journey and just kind of finding my life. I remember being in school at the time and just dropping out. I told my mentor at the time that I was just going to drop out and go to school in Hawaii, where I always dreamed of going, and where I wanted to go in the first place. And she thought I was crazy, and that's what I did. I got my associate's degree in photography, and then I went to Hawaii and pursued a degree in international cultural studies. And it just seemed that after having this experience, everything was so much more clear in my mind. I felt more energized. I felt excited about life again. And I think it has to do with being out in nature. I was in really good health. I was exercising daily. I was energized throughout the day, and then just being around good people. And I think that having meaningful exercise like this and being around good people can have a profound effect on your life. A lot of times we just think about going to the gym and increasing our health that way, but I never would have had this experience if I went to the gym. It was about being in nature. It was around being around good people and positive influences in my life, and then being mentally and physically challenged every day. And part of why I'm sharing this is because I think that's kind of where I want to head with these videos right now. I want to focus on how we can make our lives more meaningful just through everyday activities. And this is just one special event that just had a huge impact and changed who I was. And I think that other people can have that in their lives by just changing the way that they do things and the way that they exercise and the way that they see their health. Because exercise is not the end goal to making you a happier person. It's about having these meaningful experiences and moments in your life that can really lift you up, literally and emotionally and spiritually. And I have this quote that's on my Instagram that says something on the lines of, occupational therapy isn't about making our lives more meaningful, it's about feeling that our lives are meaningful. So the key takeaway here is go out and do something meaningful, and do it with somebody else. Try to make it physically challenging, emotionally challenging, spiritually challenging, because when you do that, your life is just going to be so much more rich. And you know what? I think I'm just going to end with that. So have a great day. See you in the next one. Thanks.